It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
Our look ahead to the Academy Awards continues this weekend with Cynthia Erivo, the Wicked star who hopes to add an Oscar to her already impressive resume. Seth Doane caught up with the multi-talented actor in her hometown of London.
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home.
Before gracing such grand venues as the Academy Awards, Cynthia Erivo could be found here.
It's been such a long time.
At the Stratford East Theatre, not far from where she grew up.
The auditorium felt huge, and now it feels really intimate.
Where she'd fill any role she could.
Whether it was me working the bar or being an usher. And when I got to be in a play here, I was so happy. That was a big deal for me.
I wanna be the reason for the sunrise.
The talent that made her a big deal is undeniable.
I was born by the river.
A dynamic vocalist who convincingly took on the role of Aretha Franklin.
Oh, but how can I give you all the things I am if you're tying both of my hands? Yeah.
Is it possible to really recognize how special that is?
What I think is most special is what I get back from people, the connections that get made. That's the thing I'm always looking for.
She connected with Broadway audiences in The Color Purple, earning a Grammy, an Emmy, and a Tony Award.
Hi, Mommy, look.
No one should be scorned or laughed at or looked down upon or...
And now she's starring in the film Wicked, which has 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Actress for Erivo.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard.
Opposite Ariana Grande, Erivo plays Elphaba in this prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are.
Elphaba battles being an outcast and discovers her inner strength.
It's time to try defying gravity.
Before I saw the film, I saw all of the people online doing takeoffs of your Defying Gravity.
So if you care to find me to the western sky, has someone told me lately? Everyone deserves a chance to fly.
It's really fun that people have sort of taken it and made it their own. And I'm glad that that moment brings so much joy to people.
So if you care to find me to the western sky.
What do you think you brought to Elphaba?
The vulnerability, her humanity.
What's that vulnerability for you personally, as Cynthia?
I think always wanting to do well, and not wanting to fail, not wanting to let family down. Those are little insecurities. Finally owning how I look.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think we're not necessarily told that you know, dark-skinned black girls are the prettiest girls, and the only person that really is telling you, thankfully, is your mother. It's up to you to figure out that for yourself and to start owning what beauty is to you.
You're really close with your mom.
Yeah.
You're not with your dad.
No.
As you've gone on to have more and more success and visibility, how much do you think about your dad?
I don't necessarily think about him too much, only that I wish him well. When I was a teenager, I was angry at what that relationship was. That sort of fractured relationship I have with him, I think originally was one of the driving forces of, like, you know, you want to do well because you want to prove that you're good enough to be loved. But then You have to start learning how to do it for you.
What happened with your dad?
We had a falling out that just never repaired. Yeah.
And he just left early on.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you trace some of your desire to find success to a desire to
Be loved.
The 38-year-old lives in Los Angeles, but grew up in London.
London really is kind of what made me, you know?
Erivo's parents were immigrants from Nigeria.
Don't touch them. Do not touch them because they are hot as hell.
She'd come to this market with her mom, whose drive for a better life was formative.
My mum made a decision because she wanted more for herself. To do that is a really brave thing, and I think that watching her do that made me do the same. You sort of are given the tools to be determined enough to go after your dreams, yeah.
Her roles show range.
How lucky are you feeling tonight?
Definitely not eat that sandwich, Lucky.
And her portrayal of abolitionist Harriet Tubman in the 2019 film
I'm gonna be free or die.
led to her first Academy Award nominations for Best Actress and Best Original Song.
Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling?
And secured her a place on the red carpet, where she speaks through another sort of language, fashion.
I think they're the words without the words.
what do you feel like you say with how you dress?
I think I tell people I'm a bit of a daredevil, that I'm a kind rebel.
Incredibly, she dared to sing live on set while flying in a harness.
So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. Has someone told me everyone deserves a chance to fly?
How does singing live in a film like that change the
Well, you can
Final
play.
product.
It means that you can act on impulse, so that what once was something has changed within me, something is not the same, becomes something has changed within me, something is not the same. You have more breath, more space. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same.
it lets the performance change.
That's right.
And presumably it lets more of you
Out.
Lately, Erivo is letting more of herself out, releasing an album later this year. Then there's part 2 of Wicked.
I feel really open. I felt more myself than ever in this sort of last couple of years. It makes things a lot more fun, you know?
and maybe gives another meaning or undertone or something to this defying gravity.
Yeah. It's kind of using the things that you thought would hold you back to soar.